This episode of Jack is brought to you by Weaver Leather.
As you can see, I'm on the road again this week. I'm on the road again this week. On the road. On the road. On the road. I'm on the road again this week.
Mom, look, it's Stacy Westfall.
On the road, on the road, on the road. I'm on the road again this week.
While it's true that being on the road can be hard for the horse and the rider, there are a number of things that can be done to make the experience much more enjoyable. I think the three keys are make it safe, make it comfortable, and make it normal. Just like anything else in life, travel is something that can be practiced and learned. The more that you travel, the more that you'll gather experience, and the more well-equipped you'll be on your next trip. The same is true for the horses. Our kids, for example, were born into a family that traveled. It was normal for us to drive 16 hours to visit family, or 18 hours to go to a horse show. Because of this, our kids don't generally start asking, "Are we there yet?" for 4 or 5 hours, and they consider 3 hours or less to be a short trip. Our horses have also been raised to think this way. The lessons that I teach my horses during groundwork have both physical and emotional elements, and I use this same theory when I go to the trailer. It's normal for me to haul an extra horse or two along to the vet, or if I need to go pick up or drop off another horse, and those extra horses I have no intention of doing anything with. They're just along for the ride. This way they gain the experience of loading, unloading, balancing, standing patiently, eating, and even drinking on the trailer. The horses also learn to relax because there's nothing expected of them. There's no big show or high-pressure event that we're attending. A trailer ride for our horses is no big deal. I think they actually think of it a little bit more like maybe a dog would think about going for a ride to the bank. I have actually loaded up horses and taken them to the grocery store while I went grocery shopping for no other purpose than giving them another ride in the trailer. Here is some footage of a little horse named Al that used to be a racehorse. Judging from his reaction when I loaded him onto the trailer and hauled him, he considers hauling to be a stressful experience.
Stressed out by this whole development. He's kind of shaking. Just having him on the trailer, he's sweating. Newt's not sweating at all. So it's not a temperature difference. Opening up the window. Al's not even sure if he can stick his head out or not. He's just kind of, but he's very scared. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
We always make sure that the truck and trailer are safe and comfortable. That means checking that the windows and the vents are opened enough, which could be very open in the summer or open just enough for fresh air in the winter. I also put down bedding to prevent slipping, but I also make sure it's not dusty bedding, and we give them hay. I also drop down the windows whenever I can when I'm stopped, so that the horses can learn to stick their heads out, because eventually on long trips this is going to make watering much easier. I'm also very aware that our driving habits have to be different when we haul. Sudden or quick turns throw the horses off balance faster than accelerating does, and braking is an entire subject in itself. Many people worry too much about whether their truck will have enough power to pull the trailer, while maybe not thinking about whether or not that same truck could stop the trailer once they get it moving. Having brakes that are properly adjusted makes a huge difference in the safety and the comfort. I've seen often brakes that grab and jerk when the driver just touches the pedal, and this is going to make a lot more work for the horse just to simply maintain their balance. Research says that a horse riding in a trailer uses the same energy to balance that they would walking. So if you haul a horse for 4 hours, it is physically similar to them walking for 4 hours. I often use this as a gauge for how far I will haul a horse. For example, a fit 5-year-old can be hauled longer than an unfit pasture pet that's 20 years old. And it does matter when you stop to fuel up or take a break, because standing still does allow the horse to rest more than the vehicle actually moving where they have to balance.
Al did better this time. I didn't haul him very far, but you can see that he got sweaty, all this dappling in through here. That's all just nervous sweat, because the other 2 horses in here with Al aren't sweating at all. Nerve-wracking.
In general, I think that people aim for making it safe and comfortable, but if there's an area that they lack, it's probably in making hauling normal. Sometimes this is because somebody doesn't have a trailer that they can use regularly, and other times it's just because it doesn't fit into their life as regularly. I think in those cases that you need to be honest about what's going on there and not expect the horse to haul like a horse that's hauled every other week. And I think that you can maybe make some changes. Maybe you do a little extra work and make some short hauls the week before you're going to make a trip. Or maybe you haul an extra buddy or a friend's horse that is more comfortable hauling. There are some small things, if you look at it from the horse's point of view, that you can probably do even if it's only just a one-time hauling thing that you need to get done.
Well, that's something. Al just got off the trailer for the first time without being covered with sweat.
The keys are going to be keeping them safe, comfortable, and making it as normal as possible.
I think his trail ride helped.
Well, I'm saying goodbye to Al because I've actually dropped him back off over here at New Vocations. I leave to go to Maine tomorrow, and it's going to be about a 16-hour drive. And as much as I want to keep riding him because he's been really fun and he's on track and learning really quickly, I'm just not sure that with the nervousness he had when I was first hauling him, that it would be a good idea to put him in the trailer for 2 really long days all the way up to Maine.